Flying in 2025? Hold up. The TSA just rolled out new rules, and if you're not prepared, you could face delays, extra screenings, or even missed flights. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know to breeze through security and avoid airport headaches. From stricter baggage rules to new ID requirements, some of these changes will catch travelers off guard, but not you. Stay tuned so you can fly stress-free and make it to your gate with time to spare. Let's dive in. Identification and travel documents. What you need to know before flying. When preparing for air travel, ensuring you have the correct identification and travel documents is essential. Whether flying domestically within the United States or internationally, passengers must comply with the Transportation Security Administration (TSA) and immigration requirements. For flights within the U.S., passengers 18 years and older must present a valid form of identification at TSA security checkpoints. Accepted forms of ID include state-issued driver's license or Real ID compliant license, U.S. passport or passport card, DHS trusted traveler cards, Global Entry, Nexus, Century, FAST, U.S. military ID, active duty, retired and dependents, permanent resident card, green card, border crossing card, state-issued enhanced driver's license, EDL, federally recognized tribal-issued photo ID, foreign government-issued passport, Canadian provincial driver's license or Indian and Northern Affairs Canada card, Transportation Worker Identification Credential, TWIC. Starting May 7, 2025, passengers will need a Real ID compliant driver's license or another TSA-approved form of ID to fly domestically. Real ID licenses are marked with a gold star or other approved identifiers. If you do not have a Real ID by the deadline, you will need to present a passport or another accepted form of identification. What if you forget or lose your ID? If you arrive at the airport without an ID, TSA may allow you to go through additional screening to confirm your identity. However, if TSA cannot verify your identity, you will not be allowed to fly. It is always recommended to carry a backup form of identification when traveling. Identification for international flights. Traveling outside the U.S. requires more than just a driver's license. International travel requires a valid passport and sometimes additional entry documents such as a visa or travel authorization. Passport requirements. Passports must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned departure date in many countries. Make sure your passport has at least 2 blank pages for entry stamps and visas. Children of all ages, including infants, must have their own passport, visa and travel authorizations. Some countries require a visa before arrival, while others allow visa-free or visa-on-arrival entry. Check your destination's embassy or consulate for specific requirements. Additionally, some countries require an electronic travel authorization (ETA) or e-visa, such as Canada, ETA required for visa-exempt travelers. Australia, electronic visa required before travel. Europe, Schengen Zone. U.S. citizens can enter for up to 90 days without a visa, but may require an ETIAS authorization starting in 2025. Children under 18 do not need ID when traveling with an adult on a domestic flight. Some airlines may require a birth certificate for lap infants to verify age. International travel. All minors must have a passport. If a minor is traveling alone or with only one parent, some countries require a notarized consent letter from the non-traveling parent to prevent child abduction concerns. Foreign visitors flying within the U.S. must present a valid passport and, if applicable, proof of their visa status, e.g., Form Y-94 for temporary visa holders. DACA and undocumented travelers. TSA does not check immigration status but requires valid government-issued ID. DACA recipients may use their Employment Authorization Document, EAD, as identification. Other tips. Always check the expiration date of your ID or passport before booking a flight. Consider applying for TSA PreCheck or Global Entry for a faster security experience. If traveling internationally, research entry requirements well in advance to avoid last-minute complications. By ensuring you have the correct identification and travel documents, you can enjoy a smooth and stress-free airport experience. Packing rules and carry-on restrictions. What you need to know. Before flying, packing for air travel requires careful planning to comply with Transportation Security Administration (TSA) regulations and airline policies. Understanding carry-on restrictions, prohibited items, and baggage policies will help ensure a smooth airport experience. The 311 Liquids Rule. To enhance security, TSA enforces the 311 rule for liquids, gels, and aerosols in carry-on bags. 3. Each liquid container must be 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or smaller. 1. All containers must fit in 1 quart size, clear, resealable plastic bag. 1. Each passenger is allowed 1 quart sized bag in their carry-on. Exceptions to the 311 rule. Certain liquids are exempt but must be declared at security screening. Medications, liquid prescriptions, insulin, etc. Infant and child nourishment, formula, breast milk, juice, baby food. Hand sanitizer, up to 12 ounces, temporarily allowed due to COVID-19. Prohibited and restricted items. TSA strictly prohibits some items in carry-on bags to ensure passenger safety. Prohibited in carry-on bags. Sharp objects, knives, box cutters, razor blades. Firearms, ammunition, and firearm parts, unless properly declared, and packed in checked baggage. Explosives and flammable items, fireworks, lighters, matches, fuels. Self-defense items, pepper spray, stun guns, brass knuckles. Allowed with restrictions. Scissors must be less than 4 inches from the pivot point. Nail clippers, tweezers, disposable razors, allowed. Lithium batteries, spare batteries must be carried in carry-on, not checked baggage. Electronics and large devices. Laptops, tablets, and cameras must be removed from carry-on bags and placed in a separate bin during screening. Portable chargers, GUI's power banks, with lithium-ion batteries, must be carried in carry-on bags only. Headphones, smartphones, and smartwatches are allowed in both carry-on and checked baggage. Carry-on size and weight limits. Each airline has specific size and weight limits for carry-on baggage. Standard dimensions generally accepted by most U.S. airlines are carry-on bag, 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches, including wheels and handles. Personal item must fit under the seat, e.g. purse, backpack, laptop bag. Some airlines enforce strict weight limits, so it's advisable to check with your airline before packing. Packing tips for a smooth security check. To make the TSA security process easier, follow these best practices. Pack liquids separately and ensure they follow the 311 rule. Keep electronics easily accessible for quick removal during screening. Wear easy-to-remove shoes and avoid excessive metal accessories. Use packing cubes to organize clothes and minimize the need for additional screening. Label your bags with contact information in case they get misplaced. Special items and additional considerations, medical equipment and assistive devices. Passengers with medical conditions may bring necessary devices such as CPAP machines must be removed for screening, mobility aids, wheelchairs, canes, walkers, medications should be labeled and easily accessible. Duty-free items and international travel, liquids purchased at duty-free shops must be in a tamper-evident bag with the original receipt. Some countries have additional restrictions on the import of food, alcohol, and electronics. By understanding and following these packing rules and carry-on restrictions, you can avoid delays and travel with confidence. Always check TSA's official website and your airline's policies before departure to stay informed of any updates. Security screening process. What to expect before boarding your flight. The security screening process is a crucial step in air travel, ensuring the safety of all passengers and crew. Understanding TSA procedures and preparing in advance can help travelers pass through security quickly and efficiently. Arriving at the security checkpoint. Passengers should arrive at the airport early to allow enough time for security screening. Recommended arrival times are domestic flights, at least 2 hours before departure. International flights, at least 3 hours before departure. Before approaching the TSA checkpoint, ensure you have your boarding pass and an acceptable form of identification, e.g., passport, real ID, or driver's license. Second standard security screening process. Once at the security checkpoint, travelers must go through the following steps. Identity verification. Present a valid ID and boarding pass to the TSA officer. Some airports use facial recognition technology for faster identity verification. Place carry-on bags, personal items, and permitted liquids in bins provided. Laptops, tablets, and large electronics must be removed from bags and screened separately. Shoes, belts, and light jackets must be removed unless you are in TSA pre-check. Liquids must follow the 3-1-1 rule, 3.4-ounce containers, 1 quart-sized bag, 1 bag per passenger. Body screening procedures. Walk through a metal detector or full-body scanner. If an alarm is triggered, additional screening, including a pat-down, may be required. TSA pre-check and expedited screening. Travelers enrolled in TSA pre-check enjoy a streamlined security process, including no need to remove shoes, belts, or light jackets. Laptops and liquids can remain in carry-on bags. Dedicated screening lanes for faster processing. Other expedited programs include Clear, uses biometric verification to speed up identity checks. Global Entry, provides expedited clearance for international travelers returning to the U.S. Final tips for a smooth screening experience. Organize your belongings before reaching the checkpoint. Follow TSA officers' instructions and be prepared for additional screening if required. Use TSA's What Can I Bring tool on their website to verify what items are allowed. Apply for TSA pre-check if you travel frequently to save time. By understanding the security screening process and preparing accordingly, travelers can experience a stress-free airport journey. TSA pre-check and expedited screening, a guide to faster airport security for frequent travelers and those seeking a more efficient airport security experience. TSA pre-check and other expedited screening programs provide significant benefits. These programs reduce wait times, simplify security procedures, and offer a more streamlined travel process. TSA PreCheck is a trusted traveler program operated by the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, that allows pre-approved passengers to use expedited security lanes at participating U.S. airports. Benefits of TSA PreCheck: shorter security lines at more than 200 airports and with 85+ airlines. No need to remove shoes, belts, light jackets, laptops, or 311 liquids. Faster screening process, typically under 5 minutes. Eligibility for TSA PreCheck: U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, and lawful permanent residents. Requires application and background check. Membership is valid for 5 years and costs $78, subject to change. How to apply for TSA PreCheck: 1. Online application. Submit an application on the TSA website. 2. Schedule an appointment. Visit an enrollment center for fingerprinting and a background check. 3. Receive known traveler number, KTN. Once approved, add your KTN to airline reservations. 4. Use TSA pre-check lanes when available. How to get TSA pre-check for free or at a discount. Many credit cards, loyalty programs, and organizations offer reimbursement for TSA pre-check application fees or allow members to use travel points or miles to cover the cost. Credit cards that cover TSA pre-check fees. Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Platinum Card from American Express, Capital One Venture Rewards. Credit Card, Citi, A Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. Certain airline and hotel loyalty programs allow members to redeem miles or points for TSA pre-check fees. Participating programs include Delta Sky Miles, United Mileage Plus, American Airlines, A Advantage, Marriott Bonvoy. Some employers reimburse TSA pre-check fees for frequent business travelers. Before applying, check if your credit card, airline loyalty program, or employer offers a TSA pre-check reimbursement to save on costs. Air travel can be time-consuming, especially when navigating long security lines and strict screening procedures. Fortunately, programs like TSA PreCheck and other expedited screening options offer travelers a more efficient way to move through airport security. These programs provide benefits such as shorter wait times, reduced security measures, and hassle-free screening at participating airports. Whether you're a frequent flyer or an occasional traveler, enrolling in the right program can save valuable time and enhance your airport experience. This guide explores the details of TSA PreCheck, its benefits, eligibility, application process, and other trusted traveler programs to help you choose the best option for your needs. If you find even one tip in this video that saves you time, stress, or a TSA headache, promise me you'll hit that like button. Deal? Awesome. And hey, if you love stress-free travel and want to stay ahead of all the latest airport updates, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never be the person holding up the security line.